First thing I want to mention is I went onto my analytics this morning. First thing I do when I woke up, I turned over, boom, analytics. 8 people have watched. 2 people watched my first video, 4 people watched my second video, and the analytics didn't load the other 2 yet. I don't know, it takes time to see, but I couldn't believe it. 8 people, 8 individual people out there have seen what I've had to say. I don't know how, I didn't check the seconds. I don't know how long I held the attention for. Probably not that long, but that's a limited view. But just the fact that I did that is just crazy to me. Anyway, without further ado, today's day 5 of improving my speech and vocabulary, and the story I want to talk about quickly is I went to see my 3 little sisters, who are just here behind me, nice picture, at my dad's house the other day, and I was sat with them. I said, get rid of that. I was sat with them, and they were just doing the thing on the tablets, you know, as kids do nowadays. It's terrible, but that's just the way that they're living. Anyway, there was a children's program on TV. I think it was Alvin and the Chipmunks. It was an animated version of Alvin and the Chipmunks, and it was the most strangest show in the world. But I don't watch any media, I don't watch any TV, I just don't watch anything, any entertainment whatsoever. So I was susceptible and easily stuck with my eyes glued to this distraction, Alvin and the Chipmunks on the TV. However, it isn't such a bad thing, because I was watching it and I couldn't believe it, how true it was. I was just learning about it the day before, and it was teaching the subject on the show, Alvin and the Chipmunks. It sounds crazy, but it's true. The kids weren't even paying attention, they were just playing games or whatever they were doing. I was just engrossed in the screen. I was just watching Alvin and the Chipmunks, just temporarily. I was just daydreaming for whatever reason whilst I was visiting my sisters are really young, so it's not like we're going to have captivating conversations or anything. But I was totally engrossed by the screen, and it was 2 plants, and the smart one with glasses. I don't know Alvin and the Chipmunks. I don't know the names. But the smart one with glasses that does science experiments and whatnot, and he's nerdy. Not in a bad way, he is nerdy. He had an experiment where he had 2 plants like this, but a lot smaller, just little he had 2 little seedling plants, like 2 little flowers in pots, and he had a dome around it and a pair of headphones over each one. And on one pair of headphones, the nerdy guy had recorded his voice saying to the plant, "You are such a pathetic plant. You are ridiculous. What a puny plant. You are nothing. You will never amount to anything. You're a pathetic plant." Over and over again on repeat, saying negative stuff. And on the other pair of headphones, on the other plant with a dome around it, it was saying, "Oh, you're such an amazing plant. You're gonna do amazing things. You're gonna grow to be this big, strong, beautiful plant." Fast forward a day or 2 later, I can't believe I'm talking about Alvin and the Chipmunks on this, but fast forward a day or 2 later, and the 2 plants have come to life. This is where it gets a bit far-fetched, but they've come to life. They've like grown, and this one that's been given positive affirmations and being told, "You're such an amazing plant. You're gonna be big and strong." It's all big and smiley and happy. And this one that's been told, "You're pathetic, you're a waste of space, you'll never amount to anything," is going and like it's crazy. But there was an evil plant and a good plant. And he went over to his computer and did research and said, "I just need to find that it's more susceptible when it's just a seed or something like that." And he went right down to the molecule, like when it was a baby plant, like before it was even like a toddler, if we're comparing it to humans. And he went, it is so so true. Because yesterday, the thing that made me realise this, where I've merged two lessons into one, or not merged two lessons into one, but I've found similarities between two things that I've learned in a short period of time, is I was out with my dad yesterday. He bought me a flying experience where I got to fly a plane. That was really good and interesting, but you probably don't want to hear about that. But yesterday I flew for an hour, and I was out with my dad for the day, and we were speaking, and he was telling me how when I was younger, he used to say to me on purpose, if I did something wrong, he wouldn't say, well, it's not what he wouldn't say, it's what he would say. Well, it's both, but what he did say was, why are you doing that? You're a good person. He didn't say, stop doing that, that's terrible, you're terrible. He used to say, why are you doing that? You are a good person. And I am a good person. I didn't know that he said this to me. I have absolutely zero recollection whatsoever of him saying this to me. But when I was a child, that's what he used to say to me when I was really, really young, like before I could even formulate memories. And he told me that yesterday, and it totally makes sense, because I am a good person. By nature, I'm good-hearted. I am a good person. I like to help people. I have a lot of good attributes. This isn't an episode, this is day 5's video. I did one earlier as well, in the early hours of the morning after finishing the gym, but as I said, that was a bonus episode, so this is day 5's proper video. I'm not gonna sit here just telling you all how fantastic I am. That's ridiculous. That's a limiting belief, possibly, but anyway. He used to tell me that, and it became true. And it's true that when you're a baby or a toddler and you're growing up, and the younger you are, the more your brain is a sponge, the more you can absorb, the more impact words have. And I see too many parents nowadays, first of all, they're all sucked into phones and iPads and tablets and distractions, and they don't give the child the due care and attention that they need. I see that far too often. And second of all, they shoo them away or say negative things. They just don't properly think about it. And I was really impressed, actually, that my dad had genuinely put thought into that. Because my dad had me quite young. He was 21 years old when he had me. And I was surprised that he genuinely put thought into being extremely careful with how he communicated with me from a young age. And it really, really rubbed off in the best way possible, because it's true. And I want a family one day. I don't want to rush into it. I'm 22 now. I've got any intentions of having children in the near future. Definitely not. But a big part of me growing now, if you will, is that I want to be an ideal father and learn parenting before. I know you can never truly be ready, but I want to be as ready as possible and know what values I stand for, what to teach them. They're the most important thing, how to communicate, and this is an excellent thing to remember in the future when that comes to fruition. To remember that your words have an absolutely huge impact psychologically on a child, and however you decide to communicate, especially when they're at the youngest, will massively shape who they become in the future and what their characteristics are. And whilst it is true for babies, toddlers, young children, it gets less impactful the older you get, to teenagers, to young adults, but it's not totally eradicated. No matter how old you are, you can just begin to tell yourself these things and they become true. This is why also I'm trying to keep saying negative beliefs and restrictions, because the only limits the brain has are the ones that we acknowledge. And the more that I reaffirm when I say things like, I don't even want to say it, but when I say I can't do this because X, or oh, I'm not this way, and it's something negative, or oh, I am this way, and it's negative. All that needs to stop, both consciously, verbally. It needs to end, and it will end, and it's gonna end. And that is my message for Days 5's video. And one more thing just before it ends. I meant to mention earlier when I woke up and I checked my analytics. Not only is there 8 views, which is unbelievable, 1 like. I got my first like. Unbelievable. And on that note, I'm gonna go for Day 6's video. Happy Father's Day to any fathers. Goodbye.